Hello everyone, I'm BeakerTeck, also known as Keegan, and welcome back to City Skylines, where last episode we elevated the highway, and it looks awesome. I'm very happy with it. This episode we're gonna finish off decorating the end of Hilltop City, and the first thing I want to do is quickly just give these guys a bit of a courtyard. So let's scroll through. Actually I'm pretty damn close to where everything is, so let's go right about there and there. And this is purely because I feel like they need something in this little back area here. And just treeing it all up felt a little wrong. And I mean, I guess just concreting the whole thing up is a little bit, it's even easier than treeing it all up. But, it makes sense. It's logical. And I like logic. I'm a huge fan of logic, so that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna do that. This section here is gonna have some trees. Let's go ahead and get them in. We're gonna get some nice, big, tall, bright green ones, and we'll grab some normal tree with leaves number 2, as we always do. And then one big aspen. Sorry, one big beech, maybe 2 there. We could do it with a couple more there. Lovely little green area. Every city I think needs some little green spaces. And speaking of which, this area along here is going to become a green space. Do that. Put a couple of our aspens in there. No, not aspens, elders. What am I thinking of? Why am I thinking aspens? Probably because I have some aspens tattooed on my arm. That could be it. If you're wondering, yes, I have a tattoo. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see a photo of my new setup, which you can just see my tattoo. And yes, it is of some trees and it's got a wolf on there as well. But they are aspen trees, so hence why I'm thinking aspens. But actually, they are elders, not aspens. But yeah, anyway, a little bit of a digress there as I put in another green space. And I actually think this area behind all of these, because this is you coming into the city. As you're leaving the city, it doesn't need to be pretty, right? If you're leaving, who cares? We don't care about you anymore. But if you're coming into the city, we want you to be wowed. We want you to go, this is a place that I want to stay. This is a place where I'm going to spend my money, I'm going to improve its economy, and just generally, help the city flourish. That's what I want you thinking when you come in here. Which is why we're going to put in a massive orange tree. Let's turn on proper tree anarchy so we can get it right over the top. Lovely. Let's get some elders in here as well. Just a couple, not too many. 2 beech trees, and then some tree with leaves number 2 to flesh it out. And then this area back here, we're going to do it with a brush. We're just going to go like this. Come on. I wish there was like a strength 1.5. Like that's just a little bit stronger than 1 and sort of overlaps everything. Would be very handy because, sometimes it just doesn't quite get enough trees down. Like, realistically, it's probably enough trees. Like, people probably don't plant this many trees this close to each other in real life. But this isn't real life. This is City Skylines, where, over-treeing areas is what we do. It's what we live for in City Skylines, Without an over-treed area, it's not a city. I think that's safe to say. So that... do I like that orange tree? I think I do. I think if you're coming into the city and you're driving down here and you see that, you're going to go, which way am I going to turn? But you're not going to turn because you're going to be distracted by the tree, and then you're going to smash into it, and then, we'll have traffic problems. But that's okay because it's because of a pretty tree. I don't know. That kind of made sense in my head, but It doesn't really. Now we have this one pedestrian path along here. And then we have some more around here as well, which again needs some decorating, and that's coming, it's coming, don't worry. But I'm thinking, this city needs more pedestrian paths, because there are just none, but I don't know where to put any. So we've got this one. If I grab one here, and then we go here, and then we get rid of some of these trees that are actually overlapping, because I should have turned off Brabantry Anarchy first, I know. That kind of works, I think. And then let's just patch up some of this concrete here, so it looks a little bit tidier. And we'll bring it around a little bit there as well. And a little bit there. So now you can come in, you can get all the way here, you can walk into this area. You can obviously, that's all walkable, obviously. Maybe this shouldn't be houses. Maybe this should actually be a path that then goes there as well. And then the same here. Maybe we should have a path straight down like that, which we will then patch up because it has some holes in there, which leaves a little area here for, you guessed it, some trees. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll get a nice bright one on the end and there. We'll also put a few in here as well, why not? Just like that, lovely. Bit more greenery, never hurt anybody. That's not actually zoned, so we can go ahead and put in a couple trees. That is one thing that I do notice about cities, is that, like, actual cities, not city skylines, which is also, you know, occasionally called cities, is that they have a lot of trees. Like, everywhere is either paved or treed, and that's just it. Like, there is no empty space, right? It's one or the other, and everywhere is filled with them. Like, every little corner, like, oh, you haven't built here? Well, let me put some trees down. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's no building here. Oh, we don't want to see this, you know, this slope here. So let's go ahead and put some trees in. Like, the whole thing, everywhere are trees. Or at least in my city, okay? That's at least what I've noticed. Anyway, moving along. Back to this side. Let's get some more... do we want some more footpaths along here? I was thinking we could do sort of an underground one in here or something. But I don't know if it's needed. What could be kind of cool is a dirt path along there. Then one up a little bit like so. And then just... I mean, I could do this with curves, but doing it with that actually works fine. And then let's grab our gravel and we'll just patch it up a bit. One there and maybe one in that corner. And then we can obviously put some, you guessed it, trees. And we'll mirror that on this side. So let's grab our path. We'll go to there, to there, 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 and there. And straight across like so. And then just patch it all up like that. And we'll put one there. Now, this is going to become, I think, some nice trees. I think some pink trees are required in this little area. And of course, it's not gonna properly paint them. That's okay. Let's do it by hand. Let's do this by hand. Not a biggie. We can do that. I would like sort of quite a dense area of pink trees on this side. And the only reason I'm using the pink trees here is because they've been used in every other part of the Golden Territories, right? Like, from the very, very beginning, I was using pink and orange trees. And now everywhere seems to have pink and orange trees. So it's kind of, yeah, this is the only area that sort of doesn't have pink trees. It does have an orange tree now, which is nice. And I decided I'm going to start using the line tool just to do it a little bit faster. The only problem is you've got to make sure you do it in sort of random directions, otherwise you will end up with quite a noticeable grid pattern. But you might have noticed that in the a couple episodes ago when I did the roundabouts down in Foothills. Well, not actual Foothills, because that was the first place we built, but in these foothills down here, I used it to do these the flowers there. Anyway, that is the pink sections done. We've got these two to do, and then I think for the rest, it's gonna be mostly just normal trees. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's bump up the brush and just tree everything. There we go. Along here, down on these edges. All these like hill edges need them. A whole lot. Everywhere. Grab the elders. Yes, not aspens, not aspens. We've had this conversation. I have aspens on my arm. It's elders in the game. Completely different trees. I might get some aspens in the game. I don't think I have any aspens. So, you know, maybe that's a thing that I should get. Who knows? But there we go. Just finishing up the trees with a couple sort of down the middle of the highway here. So when you are driving along, you sort of do get whacked by a couple branches, which is exactly what you'd want. I mean, I can't think of anything better than to drive along the highway getting smacked by branches. Fantastic idea. Whoever thought of that is a genius, and they should be commemorated throughout history. Absolutely. 100%. Just putting in a few more trees because I felt it was a little bit empty. So there we go. Let's quickly remove these ones. And you know what I haven't done for a little while? A time lapse. So, for these 3 areas, I'm going to give you a time lapse. Not sure what's going to happen in them, but they will happen. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so we have finished off the little parks here. These ones are pretty simple. Just, you know, some park benches and some trees. Though I think maybe I can give them a little bit of a splash of color with some of these. If I just go sort of... Do I... No. I wish there was a way to sort of just have like flowers, like just grass, just like paint some texture on the ground of some flowers. If someone can get on making that kind of mod, that would be really handy. And wow, that's a cool tree that I haven't played with. Why haven't I played with that one? I like it. I do. But yeah, some way to just sort of add some color to the ground without it being these huge sort of round things. That would be kind of ideal. You're kind of nice, but I don't know, just something little would be ideal. But anyway, we've got 2 sort of little seating areas here for people to eat. I guess when they're at the hospital, you know, they can go to the cafeteria, come outside and eat some stuff. They can park out the back here and then they can go eat. And then down here we have a little kids playground with a couple seesaws, some slides, and some swings. I was hoping to add my empty park so I could see some people actually walk around them. Unfortunately, it requires being placed on a road, and, you know, I've got some paths here which are kind of blocking that. So that's not going to happen. And I just realized, actually, that this path does not connect. There we go. Finish it off. So that is that area done. And that's this whole sort of city done. And I like it. I like Hilltop. Hilltop is very, very nice. Let's go into a bit of a cinematic for Hilltop here, eh? Let's grab the Xbox controller, which is how I do my nice sort of flybys here, and we can let's just have a look down on our city. I mean, it is nice. I do like my raised roundabout here. If we just hit play and just let things happen a bit, I don't know. I think it's very, very nice. I'm very happy with it. Yeah. I don't really know what to say. I think it's a little bit kooky, this roundabout, but I think it works. And I think having the road sort of go underneath it and having all the trees there underneath, it's just added a sort of another level, and it's just something slightly different. If I just put trees in, you know, with that on the ground, I don't think it would have worked so well. And I think it's utilizing the space a bit better. We get some more buildings in there, and they just work nicer. I am seeing some buildings on fire, so I'm just going to quickly check that all the services are working. Yeah, so that's fire. Healthcare is fine. Police is perfect. Education is horrible because I don't have anything. What are you? You're the police and you are the fire station, so I can't move you. I thought you'd be ideal situations. You're just a building. You can go. Let's pop in you're an elementary school, so you can go there. That's fine. That's you done. Then let's get a high school. You're quite a modern looking high school, so let's go ahead and plop you. Sort of turn off road anarchy. Where can you go? You can go there. That fits in with the theme just fine. And then the only thing left is a university, which you're a campus dorm. How many do you have? Student capacity of 500. What do you look like is the question. You don't look bad at all. In fact, you sort of just blend in. We can get rid of you for now, but you just work. I like... Oh, that's good. Hang on. I can get one of these down here. Where looks kind of bricky? Somewhere here, maybe? If I just place you... What are you? Come on. Place down. Place... There. Two of them next to each other. Looks fine to me. So that's like they're actual universities, which is awesome. We can do the same. You're a little bit taller, so we're not going to put you in there. What's your guys' education like? Can I get this modern high school in here? If I get one... Just maybe... I don't want it right off of that highway. Let's put you... here. That works. Certainly works. That's the high school there. And the other thing I want to do is go over here to Foothill Village, where we don't have any university. Because I can put the campus dorm in up here, and it won't, like, it'll fit in just fine. Just there. Right across from that. They work together nicely. Happy, happy days. So, I think that's going to be it for Hilltop City, and I think that's it for this episode, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next one, yeah, you weren't expecting me to say that. You know what I normally end my videos with, and that's not it. But in the next one, we're going to do the big city, the major one, the one we've been talking about since the beginning, the capital of the Golden Territories, right here. And it's probably, if all goes to plan, just going to be one big time lapse. So if you're excited for that, smash that like button, and also don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.